So there was another casting added to the Green Lantern show. So it is Garrett Dillahunt. He has been cast in the Lantern series. I want to pull up the TikTok that I did because it has like pretty much like the information from the article. So let me pull this up really fast and I'm going to play it. It's just going to be easier if we can just
I
play it.
think when this show finally comes out, I think it's going to make waves like Penguin.
Oh, I think it's going to be larger than Penguin, honestly.
I hope so.
All right, let me pull this up.
The thing about the Penguin that's so unique is that like they pulled in non-comic book movie fans.
Here's some news on the Lantern show. Garrett Dillahunt has been cast in the Lantern series. Now, Dillahunt will be playing a cowboy named William McCoon or McCon. Not sure what his last name is going to sound like. Now, from the article, it says that this guy is supposed to have some type of charming aura, but he is going to be a very self-righteous, conspiracy-minded man. Now, we do know that in this show, John Stewart is a new recruit, and Hal Jordan is kind of, the OG, and they are going to be investigating a murder in American Heartland. So my guess is that this character is going to have something to do with the murder, or he's going to be maybe a suspect in this whole murder mystery series show. But I am really excited that we're just getting more and more castings. Like, let's get it. Okay. So, Jerry, how do you feel about this whole murder mystery Green Lantern show thing?
Oh, I love it, man. Like, dude, there's a lot of mystery in the Green Lantern comics, and I love mysteries to begin with. I think this is going to be so sick.
Yeah.
And especially that it's like in the Heartland. Obviously I would love for them to, fly around in space. But I just think the Heartland with the Green Lantern powers, like I just think it's going to look really good together, and the aesthetic is going to be amazing. I can't wait for this show. This show of like what we know is coming. This is potentially actually not. My number one is Batman. But this is my number two. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm getting more excited for Superman as time goes on. But this show, I think, is going to be incredible, and I think it's going to be a game changer. I think that the DCU is going to do to the Green Lanterns what the MCU did for Iron Man.
Explain that a little bit more.
So before the MCU, Iron Man wasn't a really super popular comic book character. And, it's not to say he wasn't in the Avengers and, he was never, he wasn't not popular, but he wasn't like people's favorite. He wasn't super cool. A lot of people considered him boring and, business wasn't cool at the time. But you have to remember what was the thing that made him cool when he flew around in this sick suit. And I think that the powers of the Green Lantern and the fact that they are, one of them is Marine and the other, is Air Force. I think that's going to add to the appeal. And they're going to be flying around. Their powers are super cool. Like, I think that the Green Lanterns are going to become much more popular than they already are. Granted, I don't think that the Green Lanterns are not popular now, but people that aren't into comic books don't really know who they are.
Yeah. I see, when I think of Green Lantern, right, I think of them being as popular as Thor, but as culturally cool as like a Black Panther. That's kind of the way I see John Stewart. And when I say that, I think that John Stewart is going to be a very taken serious character by fans. And I think it's because the Green Lantern, like something that I have been starting to see that because Wakanda has such a rich lore that people honor that. And the Green Lantern is the same thing. The lore is so rich that I think fans are going to automatically cling to Hal Jordan
and Jon Stewart, because fans love characters that where like their meaning is bigger than them, if that makes sense. Like with Superman, it kind of starts and ends with him. But people love Batman because what makes Batman is bigger than him. It's exactly. And I think that the Green Lanterns has that, but on steroids. You know what I mean?
I mean, the ring, the way the ring selects the human or not necessarily human, it's super cool. I also think it's kind of like inspiring, the way a ring selects the lantern. So the thing about the Green Lanterns is that the origin for a Green Lantern is that one lantern has to die. Well, I have chicken before the egg, I guess. But at this point, one lantern has to die, and the ring selects the lantern. And the ring looks for two traits. One is the ability to overcome fear, and two is very strong willpower. So, I don't know. I think that's inspiring. I think that's pretty cool. And I think that's something that is like a strong message to whoever's watching it. I think it's a strong message for adults, for kids, for families. I think that, this show is going to be massive. Now, I do question how adult-like it will be because, I think that a lot of these shows, especially on TV, you think adult themes with a lot of them. And, Disney obviously has been trying to, sell it to kids. And I do think that DC is going to want to sell this to kids too. But when I think of like a murder mystery in the Heartland, I don't think kids. So maybe
I think it's going to be kind of, I don't want to say dark, but I think it'll be very like mature. And I think that Penguin is their green light to go that route. You know what I mean? And not that's going to be violent and that there's going to be F-bombs, but it's going to be like they're not going to be afraid to get their hands, a little dirty.
I don't think they will be like cursing a lot. But I do think like the murder mystery itself will be a little dark.
Yeah. And also with that being said, like just because it's a murder mystery on Earth, like there could still be like, I think this is my theory. And I'm calling this here. I think that an alien is killing people, and that's why they came down, because they wouldn't just come down back to Earth over like some petty, like regular.
Well, villain. They are on Earth a lot of the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying like for them both to like push this story, I imagine some alien being involved with the killings going on in Harlan, and and I also think that like even though they're in Heartland, still doesn't take away the fact that they can still go to other planets to gather intel and information as well. So like I am very interested to see how earthbound it's going to be, because I do think that it's going to be a little bit of a wider, like the margin is wider than I think what a lot of fans think. Like you don't just bring in a Green Lantern and just be stuck on Earth the whole freaking show. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and if it's a murder mystery, they might, I don't know, there's a lot of.
The other thing here is that they already said that this show is inspired by True Detective, and True Detective is pretty, I haven't watched it, but I know it's a pretty dark show.
True Detective?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, they didn't say
Matthew McConaughey is
inspired by it.
Mahershala Ali, Matthew McConaughey. Darn, this is a crazy cast. Colin Farrell?
For what?
In this show. Bro, hear this cast for True
Lanterns? So True Detective, I'm pretty sure, did a different like thing every season. So
I'm about to say these castings are crazy.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey, Michelle Monaghan, like what? Mahershala Ali, Colin Farrell.
Oh, I think I did watch some of it actually.
That's great. That's a good cast, bro. Yeah. Ain't gonna hold you. Okay. All right, but yeah, we are really excited for Lanterns, guys. And this casting, like, by the way, I love cowboys, like in general. Like I grew up on my uncle used to play Western shows all the time, so I love like just Western. Hey, but don't worry, guys. I'm starting Yellowstone soon. Don't worry, it's coming soon. But I love cowboy shows. All right. Let's see.